Hello everyone, and I want to welcome you to Social Welfare Policy and Services 1. I want to take some time to go over the syllabus. This is a contract between you and I, and if we follow everything that's in here, we'll both have a successful semester. So let's just begin right here on the first page. I'm not going to go through every piece. It is important that you read the entire syllabus. Let me make that clear. I will have office hours, virtual office hours, every Tuesday between 8 and 9 p.m. on the Blackboard Collaborate app, which you can use either at the desktop, on your mobile phone, on your iPad, whatever. They have every type of app available for you. And it basically runs like a chat room. It's fairly easy to use. Even though this is an online class, I do have it set up as Tuesday being our class day. So it's very important. You'll notice all of your due dates are on Tuesdays for the most part, or the Monday before the Tuesday, right? So Tuesday would start the next week. Definitely you want to check announcements. You want to check several times during the week, but I do send them to your email. So as long as you update your email in the Blackboard system, you will get the announcements as I send them. I don't mind if you call me if it's an emergency. If you need to get a hold of me, but it's really not an emergency, but you want to try to make contact sooner rather than later, feel free to text me. I'm pretty fast on text, pretty fast on email. I do ask that you give me 24 hours to return any type of communication, but I'm usually much quicker than that. Do not use my Howard email. I keep track through my Gmail account. So, office hours, went over that. So, make sure you go through this information, the course overview, the information on how we tie together the Black perspective, course objectives, the outcomes. This is what you're paying for. You're paying to be taught these things, and you should know what it is you should have learned by the time the course is over. So please take some time. You can see here how the core competencies, practice behaviors, educational outcomes, and the methods of assessment are all tied together. And so this is both in the syllabus and online. And that's pretty much the way of all of the information. So if you can't find it online, it's probably in the syllabus, and vice versa. They're basically the same thing, but you might see it easier in one forum. So this is a completely online class. We will not meet. And if this is the first time you've taken an online class and you're not sure, I'm happy to talk to you about the expectations. But if you're of the mindset that an online class is going to somehow be easier, I want to be very clear that is not the case. It is a lot more responsibility on the part of the student online. You have to keep track of your own reading. You have to really make sure you're getting the information, that you're keeping a schedule of getting your work done. I won't be there to poke and prod and remind you. So some students actually find it more difficult to take the online course. I'm not saying this to scare you away, but it does require a high level of self-motivation and self-direction. So keeping that in mind, I'll do what I can to support you, but I can't change the methods of the class. We are online, and that's just the way that it is. We follow all of the rules and regulations of the university in terms of academics. I will be checking each written assignment with SafeAssign, which is a program that detects if anything has been written, copied directly from a website, a book, another student's paper. Um, if I find that you are plagiarizing a source, that is an automatic F for that assignment. It is simply not acceptable in graduate school to be cheating. So, if you have struggled with that or you're not sure about how you properly cite a source, there's information in the syllabus on how to ensure that you can say what someone else said, but you have to provide the proper citation so that you are giving credit to somebody else's intellectual work. Um, and there's also the Writing Center if you need additional help with that. So let's just be very clear. Your very first assignment for the class, besides introducing yourself on Blackboard, is to take a plagiarism quiz. I take this very seriously. Okay, so here you will find the information about Writing Matters. This is the website that will hook you up with writing across the curriculum, the Writing Center help. You need to make sure that you're familiar with APA. Uh, this owl.english.purdue.edu website is one of the best I've ever seen. If you're not familiar with APA format, which is the writing style that we use in the School of Social Work, they have a great website that really helps you. So I would encourage you to go to that website. I will also be posting some additional APA information. If you need special student services, please make sure you get that paperwork to me, obviously via email, as soon as possible, so I can provide you with whatever services you need as far as that's concerned. Um, if you're experiencing any type of interpersonal violence, please contact Howard. They have a domestic violence policy and procedures in place to help you, and this information can be found right here. You need to review the technology requirements for the course. Make sure that you're up to date. Remember, you can always go to the iLab. You will, obviously, being able to get online and stay online is critical for your success in this class. There's tons of help available for how to use Blackboard, how to deal with being in an online class that you can both find through the syllabus and through the website. And again, if this is your first time, I encourage you to seek out that information. Participation online. Obviously, if you go in to read an article or you don't go in to read an article, I can't necessarily see that. So a big part of your grade is based on your participation in what's called the discussion board, where I will post the lecture topic or part of the lecture topic, and you all will engage in conversation about that topic, just like you're in class, only we'll do it virtually. If you miss more than 6 discussion board posts, you will fail the class automatically. It's non-negotiable. It is a critical part of the class. You must both respond to the lecture question and you must respond to a classmate. So there's more information about that. I encourage you to read it, but I just want to be very clear that's very important. Required text are here. This is the nitty-gritty. There will be 4 mini exams. There will be 1 very short group policy paper, and you will do an electronic presentation. If we were in the classroom, everyone would get up at the front of the room and present, but since we aren't, we have to have a way to do that. So you will take a video of yourself, give your presentation, and share that online with the class. So again, this is part of the reason why you need to make sure you have the proper technology so that you can do it. You can use your cell phone, you can use your laptop. If if you have a camera, there are lots of different ways to do it. And there's no one way that's demanded, just that you must present a video giving your presentation. I've seen students do it in a lot of creative ways. Be as creative as you like. Um, I have no problem with that. So you'll be writing a brief intellectual biography, um, and you will have a final paper. There is no final exam, a final paper. And then you will also do a presentation of that paper electronically again. And then, of course, your discussion board. So those are the assignments. I will attempt to grade each assignment within a week of it being turned in. I would ask that you all bear with me. I do work a full-time job as well as teach 2 classes each semester. So I'm pretty disciplined and pretty good about making sure I meet that timeline, but sometimes things come up. Um, the good thing is you will be able, I always grade in Blackboard, so you will, as soon as I get something graded, you'll be able to see where how you're doing immediately. Um, so here is a longer description of each of the assignments, so take some time to read through those. Um, Also, additional information is available online, and you'll see that. We'll do a quick review of the Blackboard site once we finish with going over the syllabus. So then we move to a very, very detailed outline of every week of the semester. All of your, so you have one book that's required, and then there are lots of articles. Um, all of the required articles are linked through the syllabus or online. So all you have to do is control click, and it will open up um, a browser and will open up your article for you. So I've done that hopefully to save you some time. I know graduate school is a lot of reading. I truly understand. And this is one thing to make it a little easier for you. In each unit, you will see what our objectives are, get an understanding of what you should be learning for that section, um, and so on and so forth. So as you can see, we've got 13 weeks jam-packed full of work. And don't freak out. Most of these are supplemental readings. I encourage you, if there's something in there that kind of piques your interest, I encourage you to read it. But I recognize how much reading you have in each class, so I've tried to make sure that you have what you need, but not go overboard. So when you see these long lists of articles, these are supplementary. These are not all required. Okay, so once you get through here, we're basically done. This is your Bible for class. This gives you your topic, when your assignments are, and just a reminder of how much they're worth. Don't forget that the discussion board is not on here, and you will have a discussion board assignment every week. So just that's a given. But this gives your major, your mini exams, and your papers, and just so you know where we are each week. This part of the semester, I usually pick Tuesdays because there's usually no holidays, so we're pretty much going straight through until Thanksgiving. So there's the syllabus. I will be online tomorrow night for office hours, so please make sure you try to look at this. If you have any questions, we can chat about it then. And then I just want to spend a few minutes going over the site itself just to kind of highlight. So you're going to come in, when you launch the site, you'll come to the announcements board. And obviously, what the last announcement I've made will be at the top. Please make sure that you come up here and make sure that you have in your settings here, the email that you actually use, and post a picture of yourself. I probably won't be on campus at all this semester, so it's nice if I kind of know what you look like. You guys will see each other on campus, but just as a way to connect. You go to start here. That will be your next stop. And just all of the stuff that I've just said. Basically, just sort of a launching point here. Make sure that you spend some time looking through the unit lessons. It looks like there are only 3, but trust me, there's lots of stuff packed in there. The discussion board can be found here. When you click on it, you will see every question for the whole semester. Every week of discussion is already posted. Those of you who like to work ahead, have at it. Don't get too far ahead. You want to make sure you're getting the connection between the reading and the videos and the discussion. Just a few things here. If you have a non-urgent question, I'm online several times a week. I do have 2 classes, so I usually check in even when I'm working on the other class. You can leave a question here for me. The student lounge is for you guys. I will not go into that space. You can have whatever discussion you like. You can post anonymously if you don't believe that I'm not going to go into that space, but that's for you all to talk amongst yourselves. This thread right here, this forum here, I'm always open to what students have to share about their exams. So if you have any feedback, you can post here. Again, you can also post anonymously. One of your first assignments is to post an introduction. Please, there'll be a few little bonus points for anyone who posts a video as opposed to typing their introduction. And then again, you start with the weekly lectures, discussions. You'll see whatever the question is, and then when it's due. Don't wait to the last minute. Remember, you have to both post and reply to someone else, 2 people, not 1. You need to reply to 2 classmates by this time. So if you wait to the last minute, you will find that you won't make it in time. And these are easy points to get towards your grade. So I encourage you not to lose them. I do offer a few bonuses here and there for different things. So just make sure you take a look through here, familiarize yourself with where things are. Here are the virtual office hours. If you're using a laptop, you can enter right through here. If you're using your phone, you will need to download Blackboard Collaborate and then sign in with your regular Blackboard sign-in. Anyway, in the past, I have found very few students take advantage of this, and that's okay, but I'll be sitting in front of the computer waiting to talk to you. So if there is a question, please feel free to reach out. You can also schedule something with me if you really need to talk or if it's a private matter. Course Basics is going to give you right here your syllabus, very important documents. This video will be posted here. I'll be updating that. And then, as I said, a lot of the stuff from the syllabus, almost all of it, is also online for your convenience. So you do not need to print out a copy of the syllabus. You can access everything that's important online as well. Your books, like I said, if you need help with distance learning, online learning, here are some tools. In the communications tools folder, you'll find some tips for online, especially something called Netiquette, which is how we talk and behave with one another online in a way that's appropriate. So again, if this is new to you, there's all of the information is at your fingertips. Um, okay, so the other area I want to draw your attention to are resources. Again, this is another section: study skills, library, course requirements and resources, tech requirements. It's all duplicated here for your convenience. My info can be found here if you, that way you don't have to pull up the syllabus. In this section here, you'll find all of the specific requirements for the intellectual biography, the policy paper, and then this is the group policy assignment. Your quizzes can all be accessed from here. You will not actually be able to open them. They're all set up to open on a particular day, so you'll have a little less than 2 days to get it done. But you know when all of these things are coming up, that you have every due date for the entire semester, so please plan accordingly. And then obviously the most important section are all of your class materials. So remember, some of these things, when you highlight them, you can click on them and it's going to take you to another link. Sometimes these titles are static, they're just titles. For each week, you see this folder, that means there's stuff here. Go into it. Here you will see links to discussion boards, you'll find PowerPoint, you'll find videos, you'll find sometimes there's online simulations. There's lots of material as you go through here. Please make sure you are accessing it. And there's a lot of overlap. So, you can access your first mini quiz from here, or you can also access it from the quiz folder over here. This is just to provide you with every opportunity to see what you need to do. And I think that is really sufficient. You're going to have to go in here and really see things for yourselves. Again, I'll be online tomorrow night, so I hope to see some of you there. And I'm looking forward to the semester. Okay, take care.